This creepypasta is called SuicideMouse.avi. So, did any of you remember those Mickey Mouse cartoons from the 1930s? The one that were just put on DVD a few years ago? Well, I hear there's one that was unreleased to even the most avid classic Disney fans. According to sources, it's nothing special, just a continuous loop like the Flintstones, of Mickey walking past 6 buildings that goes on for 2 or 3 minutes before fading out. Unlike the QC tunes usually put in though, the song in this cartoon was not a song at all, just constant banging on the piano for a minute and a half before switching to white noise for the remainder of the film. It wasn't the jolly old mouse we come to love either. Mickey wasn't dancing or even smiling. He was just kind of walking like you or me with a normal, slightly dismal facial expression and his head tilted to the side. Up until a year or two ago, everyone believed that after the film cut to black, that was it. When Leonard Maltin was reviewing the cartoon to decide whether it belonged to the complete series, he decided it was too junk to be on DVD, but he wanted to have a digital copy due to the fact that it was an original creation of Walt Disney. Once he created the digital version on his computer and looked at the file, he noticed something weird. The cartoon was actually 9 minutes and 4 seconds long. This is what my source emailed to me, in full. He is a personal assistant of one of the higher executives at Disney, an acquaintance of Mr. Maltin himself. After it cut to black, it stayed like that until the 6th minute, before going back to Mickey walking. The sound was different this time. It was a murmur. It wasn't even language, more like a gurgle cry, as the noise got louder and more indistinguishable. Over the next minute, the picture began to get weird. The sidewalk started twisting in directions that seemed impossible based on the physics of Mickey's walking, and the dismal face of the mouse was slowly curling into a smirk. In the 7th minute, the murmur turned to blood-curdling scream, the kind that's painful to hear. The picture was getting more obscure, too. Colors were appearing that shouldn't have been possible at the time. Mickey's face began to fall apart. His eyes rolled to the bottom of his chin like 2 marbles in a fishbowl. He now had a curled smile pointing upwards towards the left side of his face. The buildings became rubble, floating in midair. Meanwhile, the sidewalk was still navigating in warped directions. A few seemed inconceivable to what we as humans know about direction. Mr. Maltin became disturbed and left the room at this point, sending an employee to finish the video and note down everything that had happened up until the last second. Afterwards, he was to immediately store the cartoon's disc in the vault. The distorted screaming in the film lasted until 8 minutes and a few seconds in, before abruptly cutting to the Mickey Mouse face seen at the credits of every Disney video from that time, with what sounded like a broken music box playing in the background. Whatever was in those remaining 30 seconds, I haven't been able to get a sliver of information about. From a security guard working under me who was making the rounds outside of that room, I was told that after the last frame, the employee stumbled out of the room with a pale skin, stating that real suffering is not known, 7 times before speedily taking the guard's pistol and offing himself on the spot. The only other thing I could get out of Leonard Maltin was that the last frame in the film was a piece of Russian text that had something along the lines of "the sights of hell bring his viewers back in." As far as I know, no one else has seen it, but there has been dozens of attempts at getting the file on rapid share by employees inside the studio, all of whom have been promptly terminated from their jobs. Whether it got online or not is up for debate, but if rumors serve me right, it is out there somewhere under suicidemouse.avi. If you ever find a copy of this film, don't view it. Contact me by phone immediately regardless of the time. When a Disney death is covered up as well as this, it means this has to be something huge. Get back to me. TR. I've yet to find a copy, but it's out there. I know it. So hopefully y'all enjoyed suicidemouse.avi. This is one of the older creepypastas and one of the more original creepypastas, so I thought, hey, I might as well do it. Also, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on the SpongeBob creepypasta. I was not expecting that one to reach 1,000 views. It is still weird. I knew it was gonna do okay because it is just an absurd video title, and then just somehow it got 1K views and 35 likes. That's amazing. So just thank you. I don't know if Suicide Mouse.avi is going to do well because I feel like this one is more original and people already have covered it so many times already. But I just want to make this one because it is one of the originals. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but if I keep showing out the product, maybe they'll give me a sponsor one day. So, if you have ever been interested in an energy drink for gamers, use gamersubs.gg. Gamersubs.gg is equivalent good for adults that have caffeinated and non-caffeinated versions of the drinks, and if that does interest you, please check them out. The link is at the top of the description. If you use code GONS, you get 10% off at checkout. That goes for merchandise, drinks, the little tubs, and all that lovely stuff. Yet again, I'm not a sponsor, but I'll gladly take a sponsorship. Outside of that, I don't really have anything else to say, just thank y'all so much for watching this video, it means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys later. So, bye everyone.